Today we're going to start with a screen share already in place, but I'm going to give you a little bit of background before all that gets started. Pamela, how does it look with people logging in?
It's good. We can definitely start and we can record.
Okay, we are recording. We are good. All right, well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Renee Strauss, and Pamela Goldman is my business partner and my wonderful daughter, and we started this business several years ago. We are a dual-sided marketplace. Wedaways.com is a search engine for luxury properties around the world that cater to the wedding and honeymoon market on a luxury level. And we have a Virtuoso-affiliated travel agency where we work directly with wedding planners for their clients. We work directly with couples to do their venue searches and room block bookings and honeymoon bookings. And it's a wonderful business, and we love to share and educate and inspire. And that was what inspired us to do these wonderful Wedaways, Getaways webinars. So we can travel around the world and see gorgeous properties, since we had to cancel so many of our fam trips, which are our familiarization trips to our properties around the world. Hopefully we'll be able to get started with those in the coming months. But for today, I'd like to ask you to send any questions that you have, either through the Q&A or through the chat box. And Pamela, who's on the call, is going to monitor the questions, and she'll ask the questions once each presentation has been completed. And we're going to go right in now and introduce these wonderful friends of ours in Mexico. We have today featuring Mahekal Beach Resort in Playa del Carmen, Caesar Biggery. Caesar's wearing the pink shirt. Hi, Caesar.
Hi.
And Caesar's also going to be presenting Las Alamandas in Costalegre, Jalisco, Mexico, which is on the other part of the country. And we have the glorious Banyan tree Mayakoba in Riviera Maya, Carolina Moreno. It's good to see you, Carolina.
Oh, likewise. Hello, everybody.
We're so glad you're all here. Okay, well, we're going to start right off with you, Caesar, and we look forward to learning all about your gorgeous properties.
Thank you, Renee, and thank you, Pamela, for the invitation. It is always so nice to work with the two of you and with Wedaways team. We're very, very lucky to be partners in this. That's why we want to make sure that we had your two pictures, on the screen. So thank you for inviting us. So the first hotel that I will talk about is Mahekal Beach Resort. Mahekal Beach Resort is located in Playa del Carmen. So we are about 25 minutes from the Cancun airport. It's a beautiful resort. You can see the location on the map. We are right on the beach and right at the end of Fifth Avenue. So we are 38 and the beach. So location-wise, it's perfect for your clients. And also, once you get into the property, you'll find yourself like you are in a very boutique, shabby chic type of hotel. It's low rise, so it's a beautiful and very Mexican type of property. So we do a wedding a weekend. We don't do more than one wedding a weekend, so we try to make it very exclusive for your clients as well. You can fly, of course, to Cancun from all over the world, so flights are very much available from where you are, and once you get to the property, you'll find this beauty. It's mainly individual bungalows, around the hotel. It's 197 of them. So it sounds like a big property, but once you walk into the hotel, you're going to see that it feels like a boutique type of hotel. So right on the beach, 300 meters of beachfront. This is the layout of the land when you get to the hotel, the different restaurants, the different pools, the different areas. So you have the beachfront in the bottom of the screen, and then as you go into the garden and the jungle area of the hotel, which is amazing and very beautiful. The setting is perfect for weddings, and brides and grooms love getting married at the hotel. So this is pretty much the look and feel of the property. I'm gonna give you an overview of the hotel so you have an idea, but this is what you're gonna see as soon as you walk into the hotel. So the lobby is totally open. Of course, this is Mexico, so the weather is always beautiful. There is some information on the screen as well, and I know this is recorded so people can go back and take a look at it. And then if you have any questions, you know, of course, Wedaways is always there for you guys. These are some of the accommodations of the hotel, the oceanfront Palapa. You have a pool, which is a plunge pool right next to the rooms. So some of them have that as well, which is very nice. The penthouse, which we use a lot for honeymoon couples, you know, and once they get married at the hotel, it's on the 3rd floor of the building, and it has amazing views of the beach and Playa del Carmen. So in terms of the venues, you know, these are the venues where you can have your event, but of course, you know, the decorations. We do a lot of the things in-house, but also, you know, we can hire people from outside the hotel if that's your preference, in terms of flower arrangements or ambiance, you know, for the beach. But we do a lot of the things already in-house. We have our, of course, wedding specialist that works directly with Pamela and Renee. So these are some of the pictures of the weddings that took place at the hotel. As you can see, the setup is lovely. And in case of rain, we have this big palapa. So we have, you know, an option for people to go right indoors and not get wet. So hopefully it won't rain. You know, we count on the beautiful weather. And the hotel is not currently open. I just want to make sure that you know, as soon as we have an opening for the hotel, we'll communicate it with Wedaways. And so this is more of the look and feel of the hotel. We have a beautiful garden in the back of the property that is the perfect wedding ceremony altar, you know, as you can see on the screen. And then the food and beverage is amazing. I mean, they do a great job in terms of food and beverage. These are some of the attractions that you can do, but one of the things that is always great is on Saturdays, they have fish catch of the day. So the fisherman comes into the beach, fresh fish is being by the chef, and they prepare the ceviche right there. And then you can do catamarans, you can do the cenotes, which I highly recommend the cenotes for everybody that's there. The ruins are there, and one thing that is very special is Fifth Avenue, which is right outside the hotel. You walk 1 block and you are in Fifth Avenue, and you have all the restaurants and shops and boutiques, bars, live music. So it's a great place also for your guests when they come to the property, because there are a lot of activities, a lot of things that you can do. The minimum, it's 2 or 3 nights if you want to take over the property. So that's pretty much about Mahekal Beach Resort in Playa del Carmen. Another thing I want to make sure that you know, this is a 4-star property, but it's a full 4-star hotel. So you really are in a very luxurious boutique 4-star ambiance. So we go into Las Alamandas, this is a very, very special hotel. You know, I know they're all specials, and we always say that about our own hotels, but this is a very, not just the hotel, but the location. I think, you know, it's unique in so many ways. The hotel is located between Puerto Vallarta and Manzanillo. Depends on where you are in the US, you can fly directly or nonstop to Puerto Vallarta or Manzanillo. We're 2 hours south of Puerto Vallarta and an hour and a half north of Manzanillo. we will, of course, through Wedaways again, we set up all the cars and the transportation for your clients. And if they want to fly into the property, that's another great option. It's about 25 minutes from the airport to the hotel. We have our own landing strip, and people can just land there. And in 25 minutes, you're there. Otherwise, it's a 2-hour from Puerto Vallarta, again, 1.5 hours from Manzanillo. So that's the location of Las Alamandas. This is another great shot that you have with a beautiful, beautiful and pristine beach. So I always say that Las Alamandas reminds me of the Maldives in Mexico, because once you're there, you really are there to enjoy the property, the landscape, the peace of the place. You're so far removed from everything, and you're in touch with nature, 100%. It is a very special place. And for us that are so in this fast pace of doing things, I think a wedding there is so relaxing and so beautiful. I mean, I think everybody will love it. The hotel is, this is the layout of the property. You have the different homes and accommodations. There's 17 accommodations in the hotel, and there are 1,500 acres of land. So you can imagine 17 suites in this beautiful landscape. So in today's world and what we're all going through, I think, with social distancing, the hotel is opening June 1st, which is Monday. And it's a perfect place to be, because, you're pretty much all, it's just for you. As you know, with 17 accommodations, you pretty much take over the property. So Las Alamandas has been featured, in a lot of magazines like, Architectural Digest, The Rob Report, and the owner, Ms. Isabel Goldsmith Patillo, has created a very special place, and it's home away from home. So everybody will love, to come in here. Bright colors, throughout the property, and it's a beautiful contrast with the ocean. The food, of course, is amazing, and it's all catered to you and your group of people coming into the hotel. Beautiful bougainvilleas all over the hotel. Great spa treatments, beautiful accommodations, very large accommodations. So when you are here, you're going to be very comfortable. Most of the rooms have their own jacuzzis, so it's very private, and the presidential suite has its own private pool. Because we are so far removed from areas, I just want to make sure that you know that if you have a large wedding, we have other options in the area for you to stay at. And of course, Renee and Pamela can book all that for you. So don't worry about the amount of people that are coming into the hotel for your wedding. But this is the landscape. It's the beautiful gardens, the beautiful green with the beautiful ocean. And this is pretty much what you can do in the hotel in terms of weddings. Perfect setting, very romantic, lovely family gathering. It's more of a small, quaint type of wedding, but it's just lovely. So these are the pictures, that we can do. Of course, in terms of decorations, we can do a lot of things in-house. We have our own flowers that grow on property. When you get to the hotel, what we do, we take you on a tour of the property for you to see how beautiful it is and all the options that you have in the hotel. So you have 4 private beaches. So I highly recommend when you're there, try one of the beaches, go on a picnic. The hotel will cater the whole meal for you, and you'll be in touch with the staff of the hotel throughout the day. They can bring you things to the beach. They have a lake, they have a river, they have bicycles and horses. So there's a lot of great activities you can do right there at the hotel. And then one of the beautiful things is farm to table. So we grow everything on property, or I would say 90% on property, all organic products. So it's farm to table. So everything that you're going to see on that beautiful farm, it goes into the kitchen. And of course, we grow the flowers as well. But if you want something different, something that we don't have, of course, we have access to outside vendors, to make sure that you're, absolutely very, very happy. So, so these are some of the settings for the weddings, which, as you can see, just, is so beautiful just to be there. And these are some of the activities like bird watching, canoe riding, horseback riding, and you can really have an amazing time. And we want to make sure that, through Wedaways, whenever you want to come and do a site inspection, by all means, let Pamela or Renee know about it. So that's what I have. I just want to make sure that, my colleague from Banyan Tree has enough time to talk about her hotel. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, please let us know. And thank you, Renee and Pamela. And I hope you're all safe and healthy.
Thank you so much, Caesar. Caesar, I'm not sure if Pamela has some questions, but I just did want to mention to everyone that kosher options are available with advance notice, of course. They can bring in kosher food. It's not a kosher kitchen, but they can bring in kosher food. Vegan options, beautiful vegan catering is also completely available. The property is very secluded. Las Alamandas, as you can see behind me, I love that property too. All the properties are beautiful, but I felt like being there today. It's very secluded. So you can go with up to 40 friends and family and just hunker down for 3 nights and enjoy the property's activities. As Caesar showed you, there are incredible activities. There's lots of nature, and it's just a beautiful place to chill and have wonderful social distancing. Of course, I guess you have to keep that in mind, but just a beautiful, private and intimate time together. And with Mahekal, it's the same thing. Like Caesar said, there are 197 rooms and accommodations, but even with a full buyout, you don't need to use all of that space. And it's a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to get away. Mexico is so welcoming, as we know. And Pamela, may I ask if any questions came through?
Yes, we have some questions for both properties. The first from Mahekal, which I think we just answered, is external catering allowed? Can a wedding group bring their own chef?
For like Indian or something like that, right?
I will have to get back to that on that question, because I'm not sure. I would think so, but I will reconfirm with you, and you can then send the right answer. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I just want to step in on that. And I don't know if this is the exact answer for Mahekal, but typically properties that allow a secondary chef to come in, they work with the existing chef. Most properties are very welcoming for that. So although Caesar will get back to us, I'm pretty sure that there should be no problem, because the business we've done at the property, they've been extremely accommodating.
Perfect. Thank you, Pamela.
We have a couple of more questions. Are there meal plan options available for guests within room blocks at Mahekal? Yes.
Mahekal usually offers half board, which means, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And it's flexible. So, they can choose lunch or dinner the day off. And breakfast is always included. But if they want full board, we can also work on that. We do not recommend full board because you are a block from Fifth Avenue and you have so many great options for dining that it kind of, interrupt that experience of going out of the hotel and try something else. But if somebody wants that, by all means, we can create any meal plans that they wish.
That's great. Thank you for that. And along that same line, at Las Alamandas, is there an all-inclusive or meal plan option there since it's quite private and secluded?
Yes, there is. We can work on that. Victor Lopez is the director, says he's on the call. I don't know, Victor, do you want to add to that? Maybe he's not on the call anymore.
He is. He's.
Hi, Cesar. Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Hi.
Victor.
Hi, Victor. Can you let us know about the meal plan? I think you can design any meal plans, right, for anyone.
Hi, everybody. It's Federico speaking. Yeah, we can design
Fede.
any.
Hi.
How are you, everybody? Hi, Renee. How are you, everybody? Yeah, we can design any kind of meal plan, included all inclusive, either on food, on different kind of food or religion. And that can be all designed a la carte, as the client and the wedding wish.
Beautiful, perfect. And is the beach at Las Alamandas private?
We have 4 private beach, one bigger than the other one, really private. There is no access. So from the ocean, obviously, it's federal, but there is no private access for the guests. So only guests of Las Alamandas can use our beach. We have the La Salamanda Beach, we have La Chachalaca Beach, Soledad, and La Cuata.
So there are 4 beaches, and they are for the use on the 1,500 acres. The shorefront is available for Las Alamandas guests.
Exactly, for some of the guests, also to do some kind of private ceremony before the wedding, the day before, private dinner, to give a different scenario. So La Salamanda offers a lot of the scenario for wedding setup.
Beautiful. That's amazing. And are there any noise ordinances to be aware of for weddings or parties at either Mahekal or Las Alamandas?
You mean noise from outside the hotel?
No, music. What time does music have to stop? Entertainment.
Is there a cutoff time for music? I'm sure that at Mahekal, because you're in the zone, there may be a cutoff time for music.
Yes, Mahekal is at 10:30 p.m.
Okay.
And I don't think Las Alamandas has a curfew because they're all by themselves there, but Federico can reconfirm that.
And at Mahekal, if they wanted to take the party inside, is there an inside space that they can continue after 10:30?
They can not really. They, of course, they can have, in their privacy of their suites, they can have, their own party, but there's nothing inside. The only thing inside venue that I showed you was in case of a rain, so it's a plan B that is ready for the wedding, but not to continue the party.
Okay.
In terms of La Salamanda, it's nice because by the fact that if the wedding take the buyout, so there is no restriction about the noise. So anything is built around the wedding planner and about the groom and the bride.
Perfect. That's wonderful. Okay, that is all of the questions I had coming in. Sometimes they will trickle in afterwards, and I will send those along if those come in.
Okay, that's great.
Perfect. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now we're going to have Carolina from Banyan Tree Mayakoba, which is a spectacular hotel. I'll let you take it away. Cesar, I think you can stop your screen share.
Okay. Yeah.
Carolina, I think you can start yours. Can you start yours?
I believe so. Let me try. Yes, can you see it now?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. So I'm going to talk about the beautiful property, Banyan Tree Mayakoba. Probably some of you already know it. I know that Pamela and Renee have been there, so I hope you're able to visit us very soon. And well, Banyan Tree Mayakoba is a sanctuary for the senses, and this is a 5 Diamond Award property located in Riviera, Maya. It's also been awarded by Travel and Leisure Mexico as the best of the best, and we're also within the top 6 resorts according to Brides magazine to get married in Mexico. So this is actually what you see right when you walk into the hotel. There's this beautiful entrance. This is how it looks at night. It has this Asian feeling, as Banyan Tree is a company that it's coming from Asia. Actually, the headquarters are in Singapore. So you're going to see that decor combined with the Mexican culture as well throughout the property. So as I was saying, Banyan Tree is located in Riviera Maya. So you are going to fly into the Cancun International Airport, which is very close. It's 48 kilometers, which I will say like 29 miles. And it's like 40 minutes to get there. It's a straight road. You're going to see the entrance of Mayakoba, and there you go. It's very easy to get to the hotel. And also it's very important to mention that Mayakoba is a destination within the destination. We consider this a small destination within Riviera Maya. This is a complex that is compounded by 4 different hotels, and one of them is Banyan Tree. So when it comes to that, we offer a wide variety of options. Our guests can go and dine at the other restaurants of the other hotels. Let's say that if you're staying at Banyan Tree and maybe your friends are staying at the other hotels, it's very easy to get around. There's 24-hour shuttle service amongst the hotels. Each hotels offer bicycle service as well, or people can walk on the beach. So it's like a small community. So I highly recommend you to visit Mayakoba if you haven't. And well, moving on, Banyan Tree Mayakoba is actually the only all-pool villa resort in the destination, meaning that each of our categories, no matter which one it is, from the standard to the top one, you get to have your own private pool, as we can see in this photo. This is actually a 1-bedroom pool villa. There are 123 pool villas, 7 different categories from 1 bedroom up to 3 bedroom. Most of them are surrounding the lagoon, as there is a lagoon system within Mayakoba. So there is a beautiful view. They're surrounded by nature and greenery, as we can see here, and jungle. So it's not really necessary to be on the beach to have this feeling of peace. So this is how they look like. This is one of the bedrooms, and we will call this one the Blissful Villa, which is the standard category. There is daily maid service during the day, turn down service, minibar amenities, and you get to have your own private pool, as I was mentioning. So it's very intimate, mostly for couples, because you get to have a lot of privacy. You don't need to go out if you don't want to. You find pretty much everything you need within your villa. And this is what it looks, one of the 3-bedroom villas. This is actually on the beach. So as you can see, there's direct access to the beach, beautiful view to the ocean. You can see the swimming pool. This villa is a 3-bedroom pool villa. So if you are visiting with friends or maybe family, this is the perfect type of villa where you will want to stay, because each of them can get their own bedroom. You know, you're together, but not necessarily together. You still have some privacy. They're also very popular for weddings, because a lot of our clients like to stay there, and they host small gatherings, maybe a cocktail or an in-villa barbecue, something just to gather with your friends and family during the wedding weekend. And then this is also something new. We're actually currently working on more inventory on the beach. They will be 1-bedroom pool villas on the beach. Currently, we only have 3-bedroom villas. So by December of this year, there will be 34 more beachfront suites with private pools as well. And then on the back row, there will be 6 lagoon view pool villas, which of course will be overlooking the lagoon. This is all very exciting for us, and they're going to be ready by November of 2020, along with a beach club, the one that we can see on the right side in this photo. This is very exciting for us because I think despite of everything that is going on, this is the perfect timing. By the end of the year, we're going to feature these amazing villas. So talking about the culinary experiences, in general, Mayakoba is very well known because of all the offers, and I will say that Banyan Tree is also quite popular, and this picture says it all. This is actually Saffron, our Thai cuisine restaurant. As I was mentioning at the beginning, Banyan Tree is an Asian company, so there's actually a Thai restaurant in each property of Banyan Tree in every part of the world. And this restaurant is located right in the middle of the lagoon, so you can actually get there by boat. This is how it looks like at night. The restaurant opens for dinner every single day. It's contemporary Thai cuisine. It's very, very delicious. I remember when I was having dinner with Renee there a couple of years ago. And it's very intimate. It can be used for private events potentially, just depending on the number of guests, because it's very intimate and very pretty. Or we can actually add on this type of cuisine to any of the events that you would like to host. So moving on to other experiences, well, being in Mexico, it's very important to try the regional cuisine. So HAB is actually a very unique experience. It's a 7-course dinner inspiring Mayan dishes. And it's very unique because there is a fire show throughout dinner. There's people dressing up as Mayan warriors. They're gonna take you to this venue. They feed up to 16 people, so it's very convenient for a group of friends or maybe a group of family. There's a lot of tequila and mezcal because when you're in Mexico, you definitely need to try them. And then to offer something different, we also have an Italian restaurant called Cello, because who doesn't love Italian? Those ones are open for dinner only. They're very, very good. So also highly recommended when you are visiting the hotel. And on the beach area, there's the Beach Shack. This is a cute little spot right on the beach, very casual. It's open every day for lunch. It could also open at night for private events. So if you're hosting a welcome reception or a rehearsal dinner, and most of our clients are looking for something very casual, I will say this is the perfect spot just to be barefoot. And yeah, and this is a perfect location for that. And then on the photo below, we can see this beautiful trajinera, which is a Mexican boat. This is for a romantic dinner called Ichel, which is for a couple. It's the perfect option for a proposal, for anniversaries, for honeymoons as well. Also, our wedding couples like to use it to be around the Mayakoba complex for the wedding photos and actually to get to the wedding reception. I'm going to show you a little bit more of that. So this is an overall of all the culinary experiences that we offer. And no matter where you're hosting the events, you can actually have the cuisine from our restaurants for the wedding event. So that's also very important. And moving on to the weddings and events. Banyan Tree is a beautiful space with different options. There are about 10 event spaces. Most of them are outdoors. However, it is important to mention that there are backup spaces. When considering tropical destinations, I will say that whether we like it or not, we definitely need to consider the rain factor. So I always make sure that the clients know what the backup spaces are. So this is a view to the lagoon featuring the new space called MK Blue. And I will say that there are some unique features that set us apart from other hotels. For example, we offer multi-bedroom villas, as I was mentioning. So this gives you the option to accommodate your guests in different ways. Let's say that majority of your guests are couples, so you have the one bedrooms, but if you have a lot of friends who are single and don't mind staying together, or maybe a lot of family, the multi-bedroom villas will be perfect for them because they can be together, but they will have their own rooms. This is very popular for weddings. MK Blue, which is the newest kid in town, it's this beautiful white cover palapa overlooking the lagoon. We're gonna see photos in a little bit. And then our culinary experience, as I was mentioning, we're able to cater pretty much every type of cuisine, from international, Mexican, kosher as well, Indian cuisine as well. It's just a matter of designing the menus with our executive chef. We're very open to any requests from our clients. We've done kosher weddings before, Latin American guests have stayed there. So pretty much anything that you want, we can cater. All of our events are a la carte, meaning that everything is personalized from the moment you request a proposal throughout the entire process. We're able to personalize every single detail, so it's not necessarily a cookie cutter. Everything will be based according to our clients' needs. And also, very important point, the PGA golf course that is within Mayakoba. This is called El Camaleon, which is a very important feature because a lot of our clients actually travel to Mayakoba because of this golf course. It is the only one in Latin America outside the US and Canada where they host a PGA golf tournament. It's every year in November. This year will be in December. They just move it for a month. So this will be the perfect occasion for you in case you want to visit Mayakoba. There are a lot of parties. Of course, if you like golfing, you can go there by being a guest of Mayakoba. You get a special rates. So that's very important to mention as well. And eventually you could host events in that space as well. And last but not least, very important, the room blocks and buyouts. We're definitely open to any type of room blocks. We do request a minimum length of a stay of 3 nights. So it could be either a small room block or an entire buyout. It depends on your needs and also the number of guests. As I was mentioning, our property has 123 villas. So you will be able to accommodate around 350 guests. And very important, all of our events are on a private basis. So we make sure that the event venue that you are choosing will be after hours, so you don't have to see other guests over there. So that's very important to mention as well. And these are some of the photos of some of the events that we hosted. Of course, the beach is very popular. A lot of our clients love getting married on the beach. And the lobby terrace now, it's become a very popular place. You can see more photos and all the capacities at the Wedaways profile. And actually, we just updated our profile with the new capacities considering the physical distance, so you might want to check it out. The chapel, very important. There is a consecrated chapel within Mayakoba. It's not right inside of Banyan Tree, but it's within the Mayakoba complex. So it just takes you like 5 to 7 minutes to get there, but you don't have to leave Mayakoba. So you can actually get married there and it'll be official. And this one fits around 80 guests and it's air conditioned. So that's also very important. The beautiful lobby terrace. This is one of my favorite spaces because it can be used for a cocktail reception or a ceremony or a dinner as well. It's right in the lobby area of the hotel. As you can see, there is a tree right there. That's actually our version of the banyan tree. And yes, I was saying the beach shack, which is a cute little spot to host casual events as well, right on the beach. And this is the beautiful MK Blue, which is the newest venue, as I was mentioning. It's going to be about a year now that we've opened this space. As you can see, it's a covered venue. It's outdoor, but it's covered. You can actually get there by boat. So the bride and groom or the wedding couple can make this amazing entrance by boat while all of their guests are already waiting for them there. There is a main entrance on the other side. So while guests are getting there by golf carts, the wedding couple will be getting there by boat. We can time it with fireworks, special music. It's just a beautiful show. This is covered, very important, so you don't need a backup space. And also very important, there's no curfew or noise restriction in this venue. So that's very, very important when showing this venue to the clients. As somebody was asking about noise restriction, I will say this is one of the few options within Mayakoba where there's no noise restriction or time limits. It has its own kitchen as well, very important. So let's say that there is a kosher wedding, the kitchen can be kosherized, and it'll be just for the exclusive use of that event. So moving on, this is how an event at the MK Blue looks like. This venue can accommodate around 300 guests for a seated dinner with now the physical distance. But actually you can feed up to 500 guests if you wanted to. So just so you know the reference. And yeah, so when it comes to enhancements and vendors and decor and lighting, because that's also very important, we work with different vendors in the area. They're also able to personalize every single of your needs, from flowers, the aisle, the centerpieces, every single item, photo booths, cigar roller, lollipops, whatever you can think of, we can actually get it in the destination. And also Pamela and Rene will be able to assist you throughout every step of the way. I'm pretty sure they know a lot of people in the area. So just so you have a reference of what we can do in property. And there's also a lot of activities for our guests. As I was mentioning, the golf course is something very, very important. A lot of our clients love this option. We also offer bicycles on complimentary basis. Every single guest gets his own bicycle, not only at Banyan, but in the other hotels on Mayakoba. So it's very easy to get around the complex. The spa is also very unique. As I was saying, again, Banyan being an Asian company, all of the techniques for the spa are Asian inspired. And there's actually ladies from Thailand and Indonesia in property. So you can get an authentic Thai massage while being at Banyan. I will say this is a must when you visit the property, so make sure to go to the spa. And the ecological boat tour, very important. As mentioned, Banyan is within Mayakoba and there's a lagoon system. So you can actually take the boat to see the entire property and go to the other properties. That's a very exciting activity, especially for those who like bird watching or photography, or just if you happen to want just a relaxed time, definitely another activity that you should consider. And well, that's pretty much it from my end. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And let me know if there are any questions.
First of all, I would love to thank you very much, Carolina. That was marvelous. In fact, all three properties are so different from the other, which is why we love doing these webinars, because you can really travel across the country and see different options for different client types. So thank you so much. It was very detailed, and that's exactly what we love. You made a point about vendors in the area. That is true. Many of our wedding planners that travel to the destinations need an associate planner on the ground. And that is something that we can help you with for sure. We have an extensive roster of top quality international wedding planners, of course, in Mexico and everywhere in the world. So that is not only not a problem, it's a great pleasure. We're happy to do that. And Carolina is the contact person at the Banyan Tree in Mayakoba for wedding planners, just so you know. And Caesar is here in Los Angeles, and Victor and Federico are on property in Mexico, but we can arrange all of the communication for you at any time. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. We can arrange site inspections and pre-planning trips, which is something that we specialize in. And Pamela, do you have any questions?
Thank you. That all three properties are so beautiful and so unique. Carolina, you answered most of the questions during your presentation, which is really fabulous. We have a question about vendors. So
Yes.
you have a preferred vendors list. Are planners required to choose vendors from the list, or can they bring their own vendors from their home city or other vendors in Mexico?
Right, that's a very good question. So both options are feasible. We do have a preferred vendors list, and this is because they already know the property. We know that they will offer the same type of service that we do. So that's why we kind of prefer when they use those vendors, because they will be there on time, they're very responsive. If you want to bring in a different vendor, just let us know and we can, it'll be a case-by-case scenario. So there's definitely flexibility on that.
Perfect, wonderful. And you mentioned that MK Blue has its own kitchen, which is really wonderful. For the events that take place in other venue spaces, are there kitchens that cater to each space, or do you use one of the restaurant kitchens?
Right, that's a great question. So yes, there is a main kitchen where majority of the magic is happening. So depending on the location where the event will be is the kitchen that we will be using. But there are kitchens like, for example, MK Blue, then at the lobby, there are 3 different kitchens, and then there's one at Saffron and there's another one on the beach. So there are around 5 kitchens in the property. So we definitely can use any of them depending on the location of the event.
Perfect. And for the other venue spaces, other than MK Blue, what is the noise curfew?
For example, there is a ballroom in property. That one wouldn't have a curfew either. For the other outdoor areas, it will be until 11 p.m.
Okay. And are ceremonies allowed to take place directly on the sand on the beach?
Yes.
Beautiful. And we can answer this question. None of the beaches are private. However, how private is your part of the beach?
Right. So you're right. The beach is not necessarily private. However, the beach club it is. That one is just for our guests to use our amenities. People can walk around. Let's remember that Banyan Tree is within the Mayakoba complex. So usually the people walking around there are Mayakoba guests, not necessarily people coming from different places. So that's how it usually works.
Perfect. Those are all of the questions I have for the beautiful Banyan Tree Mayakoba. Again, if any of the attendees have additional questions that they'd like to send over to us, we will make sure to get those answers immediately and send those through.
Yes, and we will send a follow-up to this webinar. I just want to do a quick screen share just to let you see that on Wedaways.com, we have the profiles for each property with their photo galleries, as well as most of the important questions that you may have that you can get knowledge from right off the bat. You can see the various wedding spaces and capacities. You'll be able to see the photo galleries. You'll be able to see, here's Las Alamandas. Again, you can see everything about the property, what it offers in terms of weddings, and you can always ask any questions that you like. The rainbow heart, of course, is that all the properties in our portfolio are LGBTQ plus friendly, and the market is a very strong market for us. And we just want you to know that we are fully aware of welcoming and making sure people are comfortable. We can guide you if you've got LGBTQ plus clients at any time, and it will be our great pleasure to do so. Just want to let you know that. And we have just added recently 15 new properties to Wedaways.com, and our next webinar is going to be June 9th. We will be featuring Chablais Maroma, and Chablais, Yucatan. We're going to the Yucatan Peninsula, which we have not visited yet on our webinars. And we will have the one and only Palmilla in Los Cabos. So it will be Mexico again next time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining us. It was incredible to see our great friends all in this one wonderful hour-long session. And for all of you attendees, maybe we can't see your faces, but we can feel your presence. And we're so delighted that you joined us. And whatever we can do for you, we are here for you. And we try never to say no. We say no problem. And the best is yet to come. So we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to all of you. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Gracias.
Gracias.